Okay, we are back with some more Rhyme Asylum. Track 9 off State of Lunacy. We've got Stark Raving Genius. We're going to make it through this album. It's a dope album. I kind of wish I'd done it in one sitting, but I think what I'll do is maybe do some albums in one sitting, and then maybe have another album on the go, but I'll drag it out longer than I have with Rhyme Asylums. But Rhyme Asylum's kind of this album, State of Lunacy. It's just got an overall vibe to it. That's if you're gonna judge the album, if you're gonna judge any album, it's kind of best hearing them in one go. But certainly when there's kind of an overriding theme, feel, vibe, mood, it's definitely best in one sitting. But anyway, yeah, Stark Raving Genius.
Yo, 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 brain is demented in a major state of depression. Since the day I was sectioned, I was laced with painful injections.
So yeah, some State of Lunacy bars. The brain is demented.
Yo, brain is demented in a major state of depression. Since the day I was sectioned, I was laced with painful injections. Under intense surveillance, and when mental patients attempt escaping, the ventilation releases deadly vapors. Locked away in a cell that's pitch black, completely dark. I kick back and weeks have passed as I conversate with myself, alone in a cage.
There's just something about all of these guys, the way they drop bars. I find it hard to describe, but I mean, I love it, but the words that I use to describe it don't sound positive. It's almost like a lazy delivery, but it just works. It's not a lazy delivery because you hear the multi-syllable rhymes that they're pumping out, but or a lax delivery, just a nonchalant delivery, like just like, oh, look how easy it is me dropping these multi-syllable bars.
No hope of escape, can't get hold of a blade, so I grew my nails long enough to open my veins. A manic, depressed, and suicidal, tried to remove my eyeballs and made a gallant attempt to snap in my neck. Was on the verge of insanity, then entered the asylum, ventured in my mind with plans to never return to reality. And constant.
I like the hell voice in the background, the Slim Shady EP voice.
War with the demons within, waking up in a state with razor cuts to the veins deep in my skin, and doctors making observations on a constant basis. Patients locked in cages, inhaling toxic vapors. Unattractive features, having seizures in the corridors, and I contract diseases. Rats are feeding off my rotten corpse. Decrepit and violent, abandoned mental asylum, where every hospital ward is unattended and silent. The level of corruption's a cause for concern, cause at night the inmates are sent into the dungeon, tortured and burned, and patients with self-inflicted fatal wounds, watching docs in radiation suits, taking patients through to operation rooms. Demented in dream.
Yeah, that verse, cool verse, vivid, paints a cool picture of, a old school mental hospital, if that's the politically correct term. Asylum, Rhyme Asylum, all fits in, all part of the theme, all part of the gimmick, and yeah, I enjoy it.
On the edge of resting in peace, knives, rope, pills, euthanasia vending machines, heroin fiends strapped to a bed. Operation room, demented in dreams, on the edge of resting in peace, knives, rope, pills, euthanasia vending machines, heroin fiends strapped to a bed of syringes. One-way acid trips when you're sent to this medicine clinic, kept in padded cells and metal cages. Mental patients, shot therapy, high voltage dental braces. At night time I scream myself to sleep, scared of the crippled man crawling that no one else can see. A weeping widow, eyes black and miserable. An old lady sits searching for the future in a shattered crystal ball. Locked away with crazed doctors to wait to operate. I hear dental braces. At night time I scream myself to sleep, scared of the crippled man crawling that no one else can see. A weeping widow, eyes black and miserable. An old lady sits searching for the future in a shattered crystal ball. Locked away with crazed doctors to wait to operate. I hear voices and they're all telling me that I'm not insane. Treatment rooms for the 7 sins, mistaken for gluttony. Women with prosthetic limbs expecting twins.
Yes. Oh, I've repeated this because of it's what I'm after. Don't multi-syllable rhymes, cohesive themes. I mean, that's not what I need. I need coherent lines, really. Just as long as you don't multi-syllable rhymes or put into sentences that make some sort of coherence, some sort of sense. That's cool. But if you've got like a theme on top of that or a meaning topic, that's even better. And Rhyme Asylum come with it. And would you go as far as saying this is a concept album? Kind of is a concept album to a degree, as is their next album, Solitary Confinement, which I'll have to check. I'll do that in one sitting. Sometimes some bangers on that album. Anyway.
Shedding skins with a carving knife. Involuntary organ donors waking up in a bath of ice. Start raving mad, maniac. Ugly looks, vacant stairs, cracked mirrors. Masturbate with rusty hooks. A building that hangs off the edge of a cliff.
How would that even work? With rusty hooks? You're like attaching it to the skin and then going for it. Or just like using it. I don't know. Maybe the small hooks. Maybe.
Coffin legend, the myth, razors turn rusty, left in the wrist. Mentally sick, resisting my medicine, dismissing my excellence. My thoughts cover walls written in excrement. Beneath flickering lights, we beg for mercy. I hear relentless ticking, yet every clock is stuck on 7:30. Hospital haunted by a cold.
Why 7:30? Is it just because that they've, well, he says stuck, just because they've stopped at 7:30? I suppose that would be weird. You know, they're all battery powered, aren't they, clocks?
Doors lock and padded walls turn to spikes and slowly close together. 7:30. Hospital haunted by a cold dementia. Doors lock and padded walls turn to spikes and slowly close together. Can't break my restraints in half, so I chew through my aching arms. The doctors are 8 times more deranged than the patients are. Panic attacks in the darkness, natural disasters. Psychopaths in barbed wire nooses hang from the rafters. Broken fingernails left gripping the ceiling, and your neck collar will explode if you attempt to breach the perimeter region. Duct tape preventing communication. Cold sweats in pitch black icy rooms, demented hallucination.
I mean, thematically, it does remind me of Gravediggers. And it's probably more specifically pointed, but it just has... Gravediggers definitely has that Asylum feel to it. Yeah.
Phobias taken to their vertical limits. Twisted priests resurrect Satan's soul through surgical spirit. Hearts beat so loud you hear them pound as they palpitate. Sense the sour taste gargling mouthfuls of scalpel blades. We all look essentially the same, but I'm mentally insane. Shouting in identity parades. Fallen angels are stuffed into torture chambers and crushed, then burnt alive into holy water, vapor and dust. Placebo switch for dangerous drugs, disguising the medicine. I'm highly intelligent. That side of my mind is irrelevant. Expressionless wide eyes and venereal blisters. I
Just gotta
shower
put
in
it back for this delivery. I enjoyed all of that crushed.
mouthfuls of scalpel blades. We all look essentially the same, but I'm mentally insane. Shouting in identity parades. Fallen angels are stuffed into torture chambers and crushed, then burnt alive into holy water, vapor and dust. Placebo switch for dangerous drugs, disguising the medicine. I'm highly intelligent. That side of my mind is irrelevant. Expressionless wide eyes and venereal blisters. I shower in the blood of victims of serial killers. Trapped forever, no way you're running scared. The front door's left wide open for anyone that wonders in unaware.
I'm patient for 7 years, yet to see the light of day. A telekinetic
Was
mind
this like
to
all
set me free
four
from
of them?
tight
Is the
restraints.
4 on the
That's what I
first
keep
album?
telling myself inside my brain. I know I'm a genius. Doctors think my mind's insane. Avoid the dark
us,
corners
yeah.
of cells. Powerful vacuums leading into black holes are portals to hell. Forced to torture ourselves for pleasant thinking. Dead security guards are monitoring closed circuit television. Tracking device embedded in my collarbone.
mentioned
Bloody
what in
letters
this
on the wall spelling out the words you're not alone.
Sorry, I was
Strapped
getting
down with
distracted.
us to hell. Forced to torture ourselves for pleasant thinking. Dead security guards are monitoring closed circuit television. Tracking device embedded in my my collarbone. Bloody letters on the wall spelling out the words you're not alone. Strapped down with a straight jacket and several chains wrapped round and welded to the bed's metal frames. They're upside down, hung from the ceiling. Unknown creatures live in my flesh, prompting uncomfortable feelings. Mirrors reflect in black and white. Escape is pointless. All the corridors interconnecting back to mine. Inmates have half-shaven heads, can't take the stress. So each arm's laid to rest on a sharp razor's edge. Raise the dead on escape attempt, shoveling mud. Bathed in white. Escape is pointless. All the corridors interconnecting back to mine. Inmates have half-shaven heads, can't take the stress. So each arm's laid to rest on a sharp razor's edge. Raise the dead on escape attempt, shoveling mud. Bathing depths of AIDS infected, bubbling blood. Eternally cursed by your mortal life. A schizophrenic, as permanently disconnected from my normal side. So I'll never be the same. And just when I figure it out, a pill's placed into my mouth and my memories erased.
Reality is just what we tell each other it is.
So yeah, I think that might have been all four of them. I think I've searched the group before. Asylum, State of Lunacy.
You would find yourself locked in a padded cell. Padded cell. Locked in a padded cell. Wondering what happened.
So there were four rappers, so yeah, that probably was those four guys. Yeah, brilliant. There it is. Rhyme Asylum, Stark Raving Genius. Good track.